A mechanic is opening a car door. He opens the door and takes the key from inside and gives it to the girl. The girl takes the key, thanks the mechanic, and says, "Please step aside, I am getting late." The mechanic says, "You should pay my labor. I did not do this work for free." The girl says, "Fine, tell me your labor charge and I will pay it." The mechanic says, "We take $10 for this work." The girl says, "Is your mind all right that you are asking so much money for this work?" The girl says, "I will never give you this much money for this work." The mechanic says, "I will take my labor. I have never worked for free in my life." The girl gives him a $5 note. The mechanic refuses to take it. The girl says, "Now I will not give you even $1. The mechanic says, "I will not take less than $10. The girl says, "What status do you have that you will take money from me?" The girl tries to get into the car, but the mechanic closes the car door. Meanwhile, a police officer arrives and says, "What is the matter and why are you making noise?" The girl says to the police officer, "He is asking $10 for his work. I offered him $5 but he is refusing to take it." The mechanic says to the police officer, "She is not paying my fixed amount." The police officer says to the mechanic, "Reduce the amount." The mechanic says, "So I told her my labor charge before doing the work. After I finished the work she is refusing to pay." The girl says he is lying. The mechanic says, "Why would I lie?" The police officer says to the girl, "Give me the car key." He takes the key, puts it back inside the car and closes the door. The girl says, "What have you done? Why did you put the key inside?" The police officer says, "If you think his labor is too much, then open the car door yourself." The police officer gives the mechanic $30 as a reward. The mechanic says, "I cannot take this money." The police officer says, "This money is a reward from me for your hard work and labor." The mechanic starts to leave. The girl stops him and says, "Please help me." The mechanic says, "I will never help you. You are not trustworthy." Saying this, the mechanic leaves. After some time, the girl picks up a stone and breaks the car window. After that, the girl reaches college. The girl says to her professor, "Please take this assignment of mine." The professor says, "You are late." The girl says, "My car broke down. If you do not take it, my 1 year will be wasted." The professor refuses and leaves. The girl sits and cries over her fate. After some time, the girl comes to the mechanic at the workshop. The mechanic says, "What is the problem now?" The girl says, "I have come to apologize for that day." The mechanic says, "That day I asked you for my wages and you did not pay them. Because of that you suffered a loss." Claiming a right over the hard work of others gives temporary benefit, but the ending always brings loss and shame. If you like the video, then share the video and subscribe to our channel.